No. No, absolutely not. This is a joke, right? This isn't the real timeline we're in. Bobby Wagner is not actually fighting with fans, right? Right? He's not. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Full Command Show. My name is Grant Mitchell, and we are here to discuss Bobby Wagner allegedly getting into a bit of a fight with some fans. Now, sounds pretty crazy, but I'm going to take you guys back to last week, the week before. It was recent. It was a press conference from Joe Witt Jr., his usual media availability in the middle of the week. Someone had asked him a question. He began talking about the use of social media. He said he doesn't look at it. He doesn't really care to see other people's opinions of him because he's confident in who he is himself and respect all of that, obviously. But he did say some of the players on the Commanders use social media. They look at it. They read it. And while Joe Witt Jr. said he doesn't look at it because he's not going to let those things get to him, it appears as if Bobby Wagner did not get the memo. Now, when you hear some of the players use social media, you're thinking, okay, it's a young guy. It's Mike. It's got to be Mike Sainer still, or Johnny Newton. Maybe it's Marshawn Lattimore, and that's why he's been so standoffish. Maybe it's Quan Martin. No, it's the 35-year-old who is a co-owner and owner of businesses and the captain of the team, the veteran who's been through it all, who's been to the mountaintops, won the Super Bowl, first team All-Pro, first ballot Hall of Famer. Yeah, that's the guy. So we are going to talk about this story, guys. Before we do, make sure you do hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you are new around here. And please, as we go through this story, go to the comment section and leave me your thoughts on whatever this is. I'm almost in shock saying this to you guys. Now, it's important that I put this out there. This is all alleged. We do appear to have proof. It's the internet. You can change some things up, but I will read you guys the situation. I will talk about the supposed proof that we have, and then we're just going to have a bit of an open conversation about what is going on. So it all started with Twitter user @BakerFresh35, who tweeted out 4 pictures, no caption. The theme, the commonality in all of them was Bobby Wagner was running behind a receiver. There was the one to Bijan Robinson. There was the one to Tucker Kraft, one to CeeDee Lamb, and then the most recent touchdown to Rashee Rice, the Chiefs' final score in the 28-7 loss on Monday Night Football. At Twitter user @Wickster with 3 C's and 2 R's quotes it and tags Wagner @BWags and says it's time to hang him up. So from that point on, some time passes, and all of a sudden, that same user @Wickster posts a screenshot, which you should be seeing on your screen right about now. And it's Bobby Wagner telling him that 2 of those plays were not his fault. As for the supposed proof we have, this user @Wickster tweeted a screen recording of them clicking around on their app, scrolling through their mentions, scrolling through their other DMs, and then they pull up the DM allegedly with Bobby Wagner where he does say it. And this person ends up responding with a meme of Joe Witt Jr. So unless they did a very good job of photoshopping this, which I'm not going to put out of the realm of possibility because of the day and age we live in, but unless they went through those lengths to get this done, it looks like Bobby Wagner said this. And I don't know where to start. If this is real, okay, again, everything alleged. Got to put this out there. If this is real, we're going to operate the rest of the video as if this is real. Look, first and foremost, Bobby's probably telling the truth, okay? There's no reason to lie about that. Bobby Wagner is a very smart individual. Pretty much all of us as Commanders fans, if we have an issue with Bobby, it's because his legs don't work like they used to before, Ed Sheeran style, right? He ran a 4.4 at the combine. Now I don't know if he can run a 5.4. That's where nobody thinks Bobby has forgotten the game of football or anything like that. So Bobby, if he says 2 of those plays are not his fault, I'll take him at his word. He's probably right. That's not the point. There's so many avenues that we could go down with this video, man. First and foremost, okay, so why are we responding to Twitter user @Wickster, who has 3,000 followers? Wagner has close to 500,000. Wagner has won Super Bowls. Wagner has established himself as one of the greatest linebackers ever. Okay, that's one piece of it. After a potentially season-defining result, you're now 3-5 on a 3-game losing streak. Zach Ertz, after the game, spoke in his press conference about, he said the clock is running out, it basically implying there's a sense of urgency that needs to be inside the locker room. Dan Quinn said that in his media availability today. With the general age and the injuries of the roster, some people are playing for contracts, not just with this team, but for their NFL careers, period. This might be end of the road for some people. For Wagner in particular, this might be the last season. There's not many 36-year-old linebackers walking around in the NFL. All of that going on, the team needing to get back on track. Good news on the injury front. Jaden Daniels went through a really good rehab session on Sunday. He's supposed to practice on Wednesday. It's looking up. Short week. Got to get ready for the Seahawks at home in primetime Sunday Night Football. Save the season if there's any chance of that at all happening. And we're choosing to argue over X's and O's with a random Twitter user. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is, okay, 2 of those plays weren't Bobby's fault. So the other 2 were. And I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. The CeeDee Lamb play, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how many yards that went for. I genuinely have no idea. I know he got the 76-yard touchdown, and I think Wagner was involved in that one. Matter of fact, I think that's probably the play that's being referenced, because if I remember correctly, Wagner didn't go up the field. Granted, apparently 2 of these plays aren't his fault, but the plays are the 76-yard bomb to CD, the 53-yard pass to Tucker Kraft, the 69-yard pass to Bijan Robinson, and then the 18-yard touchdown to Rashee Rice. So, okay, half of them aren't his fault. So, at the very minimum, at least one of the plays that is his fault went for 53 yards. And then the other options there are a 69-yard completion, a 76-yard completion, or a touchdown. Yeah, maybe we should have thought that one through. Just if we're doing process of elimination, it's not like, oh, okay, half of them weren't his fault. Oh, well, the other half, that's fine. That's great. And then this is another part of it. Why would we put this out there and try to drive the sort of the narrative that, oh, he's not his fault for those, so he's playing better than we assumed? We all watch the games. We can see he's not scooting around the field like he once was. We can see he is incapable of playing man coverage. We can see that the man match stuff, even the zone work, it's not up to standard. It's not up to his standard. He should be the one to say that. And if he was on this channel right now, maybe he would. I think Bobby is a very respectable man who is self-aware. I think he had a lapse in judgment in this moment, choosing to reply to this person. And sure, I'm sure it's some frustration. I know this season's not going how anybody on the team would have liked it. I know Wagner, being a first ballot Hall of Famer, holds himself to a high standard. He probably feels the pressure from the fans and the pressure from himself because he's not living up to that standard anymore. But the point that I'm making with all of this is fans are getting mad at Jaden for smiling too much, which is crazy to me. You're getting mad that your leader has positive nonverbal communication and he's supporting his guys, but that's a separate topic. That's on the one extreme. Fans are already mad about that. How do we think fans, a lot of these Twitter users, by the way, hiding behind anonymous accounts who are just looking for any chance they can to just leech onto something, and a lot of these guys are miserable. Let's be honest. A lot of people who just use these anonymous accounts are miserable. Any chance they can get, they're coming for your neck, and you're literally feeding them ammunition. And not just them, not just the unreasonable fans, the totally reasonable, perfectly sane mind fans as well. What is the point? What are we trying to accomplish when we say half of these plays you're looking at in these images are not my fault? Well, you know what, Bobby Wagner? We still have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. You are still one of the glaring weaknesses in that. We are 3-5 in the middle of a 3-game losing streak. Oh, by the way, we've got the Seahawks off a bye week on a short week at home in primetime we got to get ready for. Oh, by the way, after that, the Lions, who literally, they want to kick every team in the NFL's teeth in any chance they get. How do you think they're going to feel about getting the chance to rematch us after what we did to them in Detroit? Their first time hosting a game in that round in like 70,000 years. I've got no problem at all for athletes sticking up for themselves. I've got no problem at all of athletes using fans to rile themselves up. If you want to read social media to get motivated, go for it. You want to pick a fan in the stadium like Baker Mayfield did in that viral clip, and you want to talk smack to him, and that's how you get yourself fired up and ready to go perform, by all means, go ahead and do it. But this where we're nitpicking X's and O's with a random Twitter account right after a loss to try to deflect blame from ourselves. For someone, again, I gotta keep saying this because it's true. I've got so much respect for Bobby Wagner. I think everybody does. But dude, as the leader, who even cares? Who even cares if he's not at fault for 2 of those plays like he said? And again, I'm sure he's correct. But who even cares? Because he's been at fault for plenty of other gaffes with this team. The constant communication errors, the big plays, the explosives, the missed tackles, the inability to cover outside zones. You fall on the sword. That's what you're supposed to do. And what's most disappointing about this is as the 15-ish, I don't know the exact number, but 15-ish year veteran of the NFL, as the player in their mid-30s, when things are going wrong, Bobby Wagner is more established than anybody on this team. His legacy is certified. He holds legendary status in the NFL. The name Bobby Wagner holds weight. Whether you have just started watching football, whether you've been watching football since the 50s, you know who Bobby Wagner is. You know he's getting the gold jacket. You know what's going to happen on his first time of asking as well. So why are we taking it upon ourselves to go fight with anonymous fans over who is and isn't at fault? What I know is your record is, you are what your record says you are. We're 3-5. We're out of the playoff picture. We were in the conference championship a year ago. Now we are talking about mock drafts, trying to get a top 10 pick, fire sale, trade everybody. Can we not just lock in? You want to look at that tweet? You want to get pissed off? You want to think to yourself, I got to go prove? Keep the chip on your shoulder. Even at 35 years old, I got to go prove to everybody what I'm worth. People still doubt me. Do it. You want to say in a press conference, you want to lay out the X's and O's. You want to talk about what's going wrong. Do it. I'm here for it. This just as a response to losing 3-game losing streak, it could not have been received more poorly by Commanders Nation, and I can't believe this is where we're at with this. Again, if Trey Amos, who's a rookie, would have license to do this, not that I would like it, but I'd be like, you know what? That's a 22-year-old kid, first time in the NFL, just played his first bad game. Amos didn't play bad in that game, using it as an example. Just played his first bad game. Frustration got the better of him. He's a kid. He's not been through life experience. I understand. No, this happened. This was committed by the person it probably shouldn't have been the most of anybody on the Commanders roster. I really fumbled that sentence. I'm talking in circles now. So guys, I'm gonna head out of here, but do me a favor, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, go to the comment section, let me know what your thoughts are. Subscribe if you are new around here. Again, gotta say this is all alleged, but if you want to go look for the video, feel free to check out the Twitter accounts that I mentioned, and I will have thrown the screenshot up for you all to see it. You see it in the thumbnail anyway. So I'm gonna head out of here. Guys, if you have made it to the end of the video, make sure you go to the description of this video, join the full Command Discord where we talk about breaking news, we talk about games. You get the opportunity, if you join the premium channels, you get the opportunity to win monthly giveaways. You can also join me on stream. There's a whole bunch of benefits. Make sure you guys do join the Discord, link in the description. I head out of here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day.